can't always control who or what you're up against, but you can always control your effort. You must outwork every single one of those people you're competing with.
When you find yourself up against other people and see yourself falling behind, are you the person who gives up and gives in? Are you the person who starts making excuses for why you're not doing as much as you could? Are you the person who finds it a reason to start doing things you're not supposed to, taking breaks, slacking off, sleeping in, eating like crap? Or are you the one who sees opportunity? The opportunity to get ahead of everyone else. The opportunity to work harder and perform better when it's game time. The opportunity to improve yourself and hold yourself accountable to what you know you can achieve if you really tried your hardest.
In the shadows and darkness, when most people are still in bed or have gone home already, where you fight to become the best version of yourself every damn day.
It's that process of pushing yourself to perform better. That's what stretches you to reach higher and higher levels. You don't become number one by taking it easy. You become number one by pushing yourself to the outer limits of your capabilities.
It's these quiet, unseen moments that legends are made. You're not there to participate, you're there to fucking dominate.
You gotta refuse to accept that you are what you are, and that what your life is like now is what you're doomed to be forever. No, you fight. You scratch and claw every day to improve, just a little bit. Weeding out all those weaknesses you have sneaking around in your brain. You weed those out with discipline, forcing yourself to execute on your mission for the day.
Doing those hard things you have resistance from doing. And as you shut down those weaknesses, as you continue to prune out all the fickle feelings of laziness, you are literally building mental strength. You become tougher through completion. When you get hard stuff done, it builds your belief in your vision. It builds belief in your company. It builds belief in your ideas. It builds belief in yourself.
So while most people are sitting around waiting for change, making all these amazing plans for how to revolutionize their lives and become better, you get your up and get to work. Plans don't change people. Action changes people. So make movement. Move forward every day of your life.
If they make 10 sales, you make 20. If they work 8 hours, you work 10. Whatever they do, I need you to do just a little more, because when you add up all those extra bits of effort, day after day after day, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing.
When others start slacking off, making excuses, you see a golden opportunity. It's your chance to double down, to push harder when everyone else is easing up. Every setback, every obstacle is a chance to show what you're made of. It's a chance to toughen up, to hone your skills, to rise above the bullshit.
You might not control the raw talent, but you sure as hell control the effort. It's about grinding harder, pushing further, sweating more. It's about turning every damn ounce of your being into a relentless pursuit of excellence. You become the nightmare of everyone in your field, because while they're resting on their laurels, you're out there, grinding, improving, outworking every single one of them.
You don't just aim to keep up. You aim to leave them all in dust.
I dominate. When I die, you ain't gonna forget my name. I dominate this doggone thing. I dominate. Where I go, stuff happens. I dominate. If you gonna win, you just can't play this game, because there are other teams that want to do exactly what you gotta do. So what you gotta do in practice is dominate in practice. Some of y'all, that's your problem. You think that you can dominate when the lights come on. If you can't dominate in practice, you can't dominate when the lights come on. I get up every morning at 3 o'clock. I dominate at 3 o'clock in the morning. I dominate when everybody's asleep. I dominate at 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Why? Because y'all just getting up. I dominate in the dark. I dominate when nobody sees me. Because you just got to get there before the genius get there. They ain't waking up to 8. So if you get up at 3, you ain't got to be smarter than them. You just got to be quicker than them. You just got to be faster than them. You just got to get to the spot before they get to the spots. You ain't got to be them. You ain't got to be on their level. You don't have to be as smart. You don't have to become them. You can stay you, but you got to get there before they get there if you going to stay you.
Are we the underdogs?
Good. That's where legends rise. They overlook us, we overperform. They doubt us, we outdo. We keep moving, we keep pushing, unstoppable. Let's carve our names right here and right now.
I guarantee you, when I line up and they line up, I want what all other men want. But when the challenge hits, when the opposition hits, when the pain creeps in, when the uncertainty creeps in, when the cuts, when the scars, when the bruises come, I just wanted a little bit more than they wanted. And if you ain't got more heart than me, if you ain't been working harder than me, if you ain't sacrificed more than me, I'ma destroy you. And so that's how I conquer, and that's how nobody has ever beaten me yet. Like when you work for something, it gives you a different type of attachment to it.
I need you to eat, sleep, breathe, dominate. We're not playing to the level of our competition no more. You're gonna look at film in the way they don't look at film. You're gonna practice in the way they don't practice. Listening to coach, paying attention, being locked in and focused. Everything you do is gonna be in a way that nobody else does. You can't win it if you can't see it. You gotta see each one. You gotta see yourself winning in practice. You gotta see yourself winning the game, the championship. You gotta see yourself. Wake up every single day. I was here before I was here. I was in this spot right here. I was talking from right here. I envisioned it. I saw it already. But I see it before it happens. Discipline means that you dominate when you feel like it and you dominate when you don't feel like it.
What do you do when somebody's not there watching you? What do you do when you have to either do what it is you know you're supposed to do without somebody there to supervise you, or you get to take the play off because no one's going to know the difference? Those are the things that make up success, and that's discipline. You have to do the things that you don't feel like doing because you know it needs to be done.
Train hard. Push limits. Learn every single day. That's our backbone. That's our hustle. This is our turn. Our unwavering will. Every tackle, every move is for something bigger. Discipline is you do it so long and so hard and you're so passionate about it that even when you don't feel like it, you still operate at the highest level.
Embrace the process, trust the process, but most importantly, you gotta respect the process. Talent will never supersede it. If we respect it the way we say we respect it, if we love it the way we say we love it, if we cherish it the way we say we cherish it, every single day should be nothing less than excellence. You might not always be your best, but you can always bring me your best.
It's about outworking, outlasting, and outperforming not just others, but your past self. It's about the relentless pursuit of excellence, the unyielding discipline, and the unstoppable force of taking action every single day.
When nobody's watching, in those early mornings, when it's dark, it's wet, it's cold, you feel tired, you feel sore, it's warm on the couch, what do you do then?
I know everybody ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. This is how you level up. I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up. That brings joy to my life right there. Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage.
No one goes the extra mile and keeps going.
I feel like this next generation that's coming up, they seem like a bunch of puppies to me.
It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. Now I thrive in that. That's the only place to be.
There's never been more opportunity than there is right now. If you're a savage and you get out there and you grind hard and you want it bad enough, you can run all these guys over, man. I was never the strongest guy. I'm not the fastest guy. Not the smartest guy. But I will work, and I will work hard.
I'll never be in the Olympics. I'll never be a professional athlete, but still I grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do, but still I grind. And that one day, you see me down a dark alley, running at 1 o'clock in the morning, know one thing, I was grinding.
I will be up when my competitor's asleep. I will be up when my enemy is curled up in bed. I will be up getting after it.
If you can't right now, there's no one looking, man.
If no one was looking, I had a chance to sneak in some extra work. To do a little bit more while no one's looking. They'll think I'm better than I am. So I recommend you do that right now. No one's looking, you're home alone, do more!
Do I like the long hours? No. Do I like having to watch a game at 3 o'clock in the morning? No. But I have to be prepared because I'm addicted to the result.
If today you never say good enough, tomorrow you'll always have enough. Championships aren't won in the theater or the arena. They're won in the thousands of hours in the training room, the labs, and the 5 a.m. runs, and the training when everyone else is sleeping. That's when it's won. The heart of a champion is a light switch that's always on. It doesn't go on and off when someone's watching. It's constant. Champions aren't found on the podium with their hand up. No, champions are found in the lab studies, the thousands of hours of hard work when no one's watching. That's what makes the will unstoppable. When you're in here and no one else is, and you're pushing yourself harder than anybody with no one around. It's how you look at something. If your name's attached to it, and you do it right, the best of your ability every single time. If you're dusting your countertops, do you dust around the picture frame, or you pick the up and dust the entire thing? Do the job right or don't do it at all. That's the same person who has his hand raised on the podium one day.
How you hold yourself in the small things of life. Build the character-winning blocks of the things that we're remembered for. And it begins now with no one looking. How you hold yourself. How you see yourself. What do you do when nobody's watching? If you do it then, I guarantee you'll be doing it when everyone's watching.
Execute, execute, execute. And that's what people don't do. They don't execute. Making a freaking plan is the easy part. And you have to understand, if you don't execute on the plan, if you don't get up in the morning when you're feeling tired, scared, if you don't execute, you're not just cheating yourself. You're cheating your family. You're cheating your employees. You're cheating your team. Whatever you're a part of, it's bigger than you, man.
Nobody wants to do it. That's the thing. When you look at someone and you say that man or that woman has something that I don't have, nobody woke up with it. They got it from showing up every day and executing. And especially when they don't feel like it. You think that this just happens. You think, I'm going to show up, I'm going to put in my time, and then I'm going to be rich. And that ain't what happens.
Everyone's always looking for other people to do stuff for them. Stop looking for help from everybody else. It starts and ends with you.
You've got to do more. You've got to become valuable. You've got to understand that what you get paid to do is the minimum. And everything on top of that is your investment in your future.
So if you're going to stand out, don't do the same thing that everybody else is doing. Separate yourself. You playing against other teams and you're doing exactly what they're doing. Separate yourself. Stop doing what they doing. If you stop doing what they doing, you're going to be a champion. Stop following. No more following. No more doing what everybody else is doing. Set the doggone standards. It's time for y'all to set the standard. If you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well, and becoming the best at it and mastering myself and seeing what I have within me, I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. All of us need some area of our lives where we can have a feeling of competence. That people know when they think about this area, that's something you do. That you eat and sleep that. And that you do that. You do that. And people know it. If you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself. The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender.
Everything you do it like this is the last time you're gonna do it.
If you're in bed right now and you're rolling around, you can't fall asleep, get them. It probably means you haven't done an honest day's work to earn that rest at night. I can put an honest day's work in here that more than anyone does in a week. And no one sees it. Because it's supposed to be that way. This is the means to the ends. It's not the ends. And you're not in here to get an achievement. You're in here to pay your dues so later in life you never wonder what it.
You know what you gotta do to get to paradise? You gotta fight like get to paradise. The ones that can fight, the ones that come back, those are the ones that succeed. Those are the icons of the world. There's many legends out there. There's very few icons.
Do I want to be here right now? No, I don't want to be here right now. I'm much rather be home watching the game. But later down the road, I don't want to always watching the f***ing game. One day I want to play the game. So by being here now ensures that I'm not going to be a spectator for the rest of my life. That's why I love the f***ing pain and progress.
It is the process of the grind that shapes you and forms you. It's not the game. And that's why most of y'all get beat in the game or make mistakes in the game, because you think grinding is what happens when the sun comes out. You think grinding is what happens when the lights come on. You think grinding is what happens when people get in the stage. That's not grind. The real grind is in the dark when nobody sees you. when nobody knows what you're doing, when you studying without coach, when you putting in those extra reps, when you watching those videos and you getting inspired, when you change your music, it's the process that makes you sweet.
The thing about struggle, the thing about adversity, the thing when no one's around, it's just you and your shadow. What are you gonna do, man? When everything says to quit, what keeps you going?
Your brain is the only thing you have, and your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways, and it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain, and your brain controls you, you got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over. When you get beat all the time, your mind wants to go to that nice spot where you're comforted, where you're not trying, where it's easy. It doesn't want to think. You have all these things in the mind, and the mind can only absorb so much. So all the pain that has to go through, it wants to push it away and say, let's not do that. So every day I'm fighting where the mind wants to go. There has to be something so deep in you that drives you.
Oh, I'm wired differently. I didn't start crying. I didn't say, why me? I'm doing good to the world. I'm not hurting anybody. Why me? I'm wired differently. We turn tragedy into triumph. That's what lions do. Lions don't cry. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunt. That's what we do for a living. And if you are a true lion, it does not make a difference what the circumstances is.
It means put your back into it. It means put your will into it. It means put your legs into it. It means keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. It means don't stop until you reach your goal.
I want you to climb the mountain. I don't care what the mountain is. Academic probation, climb it. You done broke up with somebody, climb it. You're gonna be okay. You were diagnosed with something, climb it. You broke. Broker than you ever been. Climb it. You're not where you want to be. Climb it. Whatever your goal is, you keep going till you get there. This will not be the death of us. This test will be our testimony, and this mess will be our message.
We can make it! We gotta believe, we gotta be mentally strong. When we tired, that's when we gotta put our fundamentals together. That's when we gotta be more focused. I'm gonna get fundamentally strong. Everybody's great when they're not tired. The champions is when they tired, that's when the real champions come out. That's when that real dog come out. That's so hard. Remember your why. When you see I'm tired, I'ma keep going. Keep going. I want y'all to give everything you got.
You make a commitment. It doesn't matter if the winds and the waves come. It doesn't matter if the storm comes. Just keep rowing. You can't stop until you get there. If the ship goes down, you keep rowing. If the sides come off, you keep going. If you lose one of your paddles, you keep going. Hope, hope. Don't ever lose your hope, because once you lose your hope, you lost everything. I just need you to keep moving. I need you to make up in your mind that the only way you can lose is if you quit. I just need you to keep going. I might not have been stronger. I might not have been smarter. I might not have been brighter, but I made up in my mind, I'm gonna get through this. I am not phenomenally skilled, but I'm phenomenally willed. My IQ may never change, but my will changes every year. I get stronger and stronger and more determined. Why? Because it's in my DNA. When you get to this point, it ain't talent, it ain't smarts, it ain't none of that. It's that dog.
When you think of A-list actors, Harrison Ford has been at the top of that list for 4 years. And I guarantee you, some idiot has said that every single success that Harrison Ford has had must be nice, because people only see the highlights. They don't see the 20 years that this man put into this craft. They don't see the hard times. They weren't there for the work. They didn't see him sweat. They didn't see him panic. They didn't see him have nervous breakdowns. They weren't there cheering him on when he got rejected again and again and again, but refused to quit. That's why Harrison Ford is a multimillionaire. That's why he's a Hollywood legend. So if you want to win, it's all about what you're willing to do, how long you're willing to go, how many punches you're willing to take in the face, and how many times you're willing to get back up. That can't break you. Only you can break you.
I need you to stop talking negative, and I need you to decide what area do you want to win. And I need you to wake up tomorrow ready to put work in. I need you to wake up tomorrow, and I need you to be determined that no matter what, this is my North Star. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish, and I need you to go get it.
It isn't in a war. It isn't in a battle. It isn't in a melee of fire and destruction that most of us succumb to weakness. We are taken apart slowly, convinced to take an easier path, enticed by comfort. Most of us aren't defeated in one decisive battle. We are defeated one tiny, seemingly insignificant surrender at a time that chips away at who we should really be. It isn't that you wake up one day and decide, that's it, I'm going to be weak. No, it is a slow, incremental process. It chips away at our will, it chips away at our discipline. We sleep in a little later, we miss a workout, then another. We start to eat what we shouldn't eat and drink what we shouldn't drink. And without realizing it, one day you wake up and you've become something that you never would have allowed. So, you have to be vigilant. You have to be on guard. You have to hold the line on the seemingly insignificant little things that shouldn't matter, but things that do.
And so I started going to work earlier. I started being the last one to leave there. I started working harder than anybody else. The other guys could not. Why would you work so hard, Les? I said, I'm not working for them. I've been cheating myself and my family. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, do it with everything that you have. Develop the habit of giving more than what you're paid for. Develop the habit of setting standards that others will be measured by. Someone said, do not go where the path may lead, but go where there's no path and leave a trail.
You need to stop this whining, this crying all the damn time, and get up and do something about it. Where there's a will, there's a way. When you've got air in your lungs, then you have no excuse. It's just a matter of perspective. You're either gonna be a sheep, or you're gonna be a lion. You're gonna be an attacker and a go-getter. But if you want to sit there and cry, and moan and whine all the time, well, you can't, then you sit on that bench with the losers, and you stay there. But don't expect me to turn around and pat you on the back and say, hey, good job for being a quitter. Get up and do something about it.
People who win do, and people who lose talk. You can win if you choose to learn the things that you need to do and then do them. That's reality. That's what nobody wants to admit, because admitting so means that you have to take responsibility for where you are currently. And you have to say, I am where I am currently because I didn't do X, Y, and Z. And guess what? That hurts a little bit. But once you accept that truth, you are able to then move forward with the actions required to get you to where you want to go.
Discipline your body, free your mind, get up early and go. Get after it, and you will become the person you want to be. And you become that person through one small decision at a time.
What do I do when my situation does not line up with my expectation? Where I am is not where I saw myself being. I think some of us in this room, we're giving up on our vision, the what, because the how got hard.
How bad do you really want it? How bad you want it, huh? You're gonna lose all of the materialistic things you have. How focused can you be? You're gonna lose your job, and people who you thought will help you won't be there for you. How positive can you be now?
The greatest opportunities require the most grit. If you want more from life, be prepared to pay for it.
I wish I could tell you I just woke up one day and I just made up my mind to live a life full of joy. That's not what happened. I had to open the closet. That closet that I had been stuffing pain and fear and failure and depression in my whole life. I had to open up that closet. I had to stare it all dead in the face. I had to cry. I had to go half crazy. I had to embrace that trauma and accept the darkness. The shift is being willing to die to whatever we were before the pain to birth the person that we're becoming.
And you gotta believe even if there's no reason to believe. When you see those things that you've been working on just crumble in your face, you still got to believe. When friends who should be a source of strength and encouragement, relatives who should be there to inspire you and motivate you and tell you you can't do it, you still got to believe. Oh, in those moments in the middle of the night when doubts start creeping in your mind and you wonder whether or not you have what it takes, and sometimes you wonder if you're going crazy and you don't know if the clock is going to run out before you can live up to your dream. You still got to believe. With no money in your pocket and you don't know how you're going to make it, you know your paycheck's gone before you get, you still got to believe. Sometimes feeling lonely and crying and feel like your back is pressed up against the wall. You gotta believe. You want something? You make up your mind. I'm making up my mind. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna do it. You gotta talk to yourself sometimes, you hear me? You got to talk to yourself. And yes, I was scared. And yes, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be difficult, and you get more no's than you do yes. But when you hold out, things will begin to happen. You won't even understand how. But you got to make up your mind that you deserve it, that you want it, and won't do without it. You've got to make up your mind that whatever it takes, we know there's no free lunch in life. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it so I can get it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Oh, no, it's not going to be easy. Some people say, well, it's hard. If it's hard, then do it hard. You have an unconquerable soul. You can stand up inside of yourself. You've got to learn to stand up to yourself inside yourself and short circuit, override that conversation that's always going on. 85% of what that conversation will tell you is negative. It will tell you you're tired when you really are not tired. It will tell you you can't do it. It will fill you with fear. So you've got to watch that conversation. And when you find it going on, you've got to stand up to it and say, shut up! I'm going to do this anyhow. I'm afraid, but I'm afraid not to do it. And I'm not going to let you stop me.
You need to be aggressive. You need to be demanding. You need to be in control. You need to be decisive. You can't tell me no. I work too hard. I get up too early. I stay up too late. You can't tell me no. Play your hand, doggone. Play your hand. You are alive. Stop crying about your hand and stop wishing you had another one. Play your hand. You got it going on. You don't. You can do it. I can because I have the ability to do it. I got what it takes. I will because I'm strong and I can overcome any obstacle. I must, because they count on me. I dare you to find the strength. I dare you to stand up and show them that there's no stopping you.
They asked Thomas Edison, say, how did you continue to go on? How did you motivate yourself after failing over 10,000 times and inventing the light bulb? He said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways that did not work. You know, you're here today, you're gone today. You can't get out of life alive, so start living it with a sense of urgency and live it on your terms. You don't know what you can't do.
Don't let this negative world get to you. Don't let it win.
If you develop yourself, if you prepare yourself, there's a great deal of negativity out here in this world. But you have got to begin to insulate yourself mentally and don't allow it to penetrate your shield. You've got to learn how to exist in the world and not allow the world to exist in you. It's a difference between being a thermometer and being a thermostat. A lot of people are thermometers. They fluctuate with life. Things are going well, they feel good and they're positive. They have a yes I can attitude. Things don't go well, now they're depressed. But then when you are a thermostat, you don't let the circumstances determine you. You go into a negative situation, you'll make it positive. You must be patient, persistent, and positive no matter what. Because when you are negative, you're sending out negative energy and you're blocking your good. Wherever you are in life, you've got comeback power. I don't care how low you are. I don't care what you have done. I don't care what you have experienced. I don't care how devastated your life might appear to be. The shambles it might be in. There's a power in you that can enable you to be stronger and better than anything that's out here. So you got to prepare yourself. You've got to develop yourself. You've got to practice. You've got to work. You've got to do your homework. You've got to do your research. And competency builds confidence. And confidence feeds into competency. The better you become, the more confident you feel. And the more confident you feel, the better you want to become. You realize that you have no ceiling. That you can better whatever you've done so far. You can go beyond that.
We gotta look our trauma in the face. We gotta embrace the pain and the darkness and allow it to mold us. The dark times are when we build higher, dream harder, push further, love deeper. We gotta become something new. You take those terrible events in your life and you create a new story of triumph.
If you resolve within yourself that you want now to build a new life for yourself, you want your life to go in another direction, you now want to begin to manifest your greatness and call on the creative energies within you to help you to create a new future for yourself, that you will give your total being, every ounce in you, whatever has to be done, you will do whatever is required, and if that's not enough, you will do some more. And if you resolve that, I say to you that the universe is on your side. I say to you, some doors will open to you if you develop that sense of purpose with your life.
Stress, depression, and not believing in what you are, your confidence. Those three things will destroy any dream.
Your imagination is the evidence of things not seen. Because your imagination, you're the only one can see it.
Regardless of how serious your condition might appear to be, in spite of what the doctors might have said to you, in spite of the pain, what I want you to begin to know is that it's possible that you can survive. You have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
Your history, it's not in charge of your destiny. You gotta move on. You gotta let go of the mistake. You gotta let go of the guilt. Your future, it's bright. I hope it's this anchor.
When there's hope in the future, that gives you power in the present. Before anything can take place, you've got to believe in your heart of hearts that it's possible that you can be this.
You are powerful. You might not like conflict, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Either way, you're gonna have to deal with it, so either you deal with it on the winning end, or you deal with it on you got punked. You make that decision. Are they gonna punk you, or are you gonna stand up for yourself?
We've got to acknowledge what we're feeling, but also connect with that part of us that knows that you're powerful. And that your circumstances, they don't determine you. You determine your circumstances. You've got to mobilize your mind and your spirit. It's possible that I can beat this. It's necessary that I do this. I'm not through yet. I got some things I've got to do. I'm going to control my own personal economy. I've got a dream I want to achieve. I am the captain of my ship. I'm going to control my destiny, and whatever it takes, I'm willing to do the work. I'm not through yet. I'm not going out like this. I'm going to fight.
If you fight and do not give up, if you fight and do not surrender, if you fight and you do not bend, if you fight and do not break, you will break that thing that's coming up against you. So fight. When you get to a point in your life and you feel that you have hit the end of the road, that's when you have to dig deeper. That's when you have to work harder. That's when you have to shut out all the noise and listen to your passion. Listen to your heart.
When it boils down to it, I'm a go-getter, and I'm a flat-out go and get it. And nothing will not stop me from getting it. I'm gonna give everything I got to everything I'm involved in, because that's just the way I'm cut. You don't have to give me a reward for it. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's how I'm supposed to rock, and that's how I'm supposed to live my life. No, I'm gonna live my life a certain type of way, because this is the standard of excellence that I should possess. It had nothing to do with the outcome. That's just how I'm cut. I'm gonna go get it because I'm built for it.
Let the other guys quit. Let him quit. Let him go. Let him get out of the game. When it gets hard and you're tired, you want to just quit and give out, they're getting tired too. You know what I love? Who's gonna quit? If you make a choice right now that I will never quit, what I want, what my goals are, what I'm after, what's being successful and me being happy means to me, that's what I want, I'm not gonna quit till I get that. Ever. I will never quit, and then I'll protect it until I die and keep elevating. If you'll make this decision right now, you will be unstoppable. You will be unbeatable. And I don't care how many times you fail, you will get to where you want to go. Let the other guys quit.
You keep going. You keep trusting. You keep believing. Learn to walk alone sometimes. To be strong when you need to be strong. To understand that not everybody will be with you. Stop looking for other people to lift you up when you are down. I have to be the one to take the steps. I have to be the one that make the mistakes. I have to be the one that may fail from time to time. But I mustn't never give up. When everyone else wants to quit, I will stand. When everyone looks down on me, I will stand. When everyone thinks that I don't have what it takes, I will stand. But I will not bow down. I will not give up. I will do my work. I will make everything count each and every day of my life. And I must be willing to do what I must do to get where I need to be in my life. I refuse to say that I don't have it. I refuse to say that I can't do it. I must stand. I must work. I must believe. I will fight. I will work. I will push. And I will never quit on me. There's enough out here in life that will bring you to your knees.
It is literally at the darkest moment when it dawns. When I was at my darkest moments, when I was at my lowest places, my darkest days have been my clearest days, my clearest thoughts. My greatest moments didn't come from my greatest moments. My greatest moments came from my greatest defeats. Because it was during my defeat that I had to find a way to get back up. We need defeat. Because iron sharpens iron. Stop tripping when it get dark and you running. You running from your success.
But if you got a dream and you got that vision that make your belly leap, don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Don't let nobody tell you that your dream is not big enough, that it's too small. You gotta keep doing that thing. There's not a dream that has not been fulfilled in my life. And it's because of tenacity, it's because of grit, and it's because I didn't give up.
It's like you have to save your own life. Nobody's gonna be able to save it for you. So we have to do what we have to do, no matter what it is.
Something in this universe, something expects you to become something more. That's why it feels so good to become more, to give more, to do more, to shape more, to break through, to overcome your fears, to strengthen yourself.
You are going to have to understand the concept of 3 steps forward, 2 steps back.
We have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play the one string we have, and that is our attitude. That's all we can play. I am convinced that life is 10% of what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. And when you're in charge of your attitude, you say, if it's hard, then do it hard. I won't allow this to stop me.
Some of you right now, you think the dream's over. No, you just need a new strategy. You just need to pivot. Guess it's over. No. Change your plan up. Don't change the vision up. Guess the business is over. No. Just change your plan up. Change your strategy. Pivot. You might fall down, but you can get back up. Change your approach.
You have something great in you. You can do it. Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life. The first level to success in life is you seeing it.
Winners understand that they're going to win before they even win. Because winning is a mentality. Winning is something internal. You got to declare it before you do it.
It's done. Every single day, we're not waiting for it to happen. We just don't have sight. Sight is for people who live in the present. We have vision. We're going to make it happen before it happens. You literally have it in the palm of your hand without having it. I saw myself one day being where I am right now. I don't care where you are. Use what you got to get what you want. Use your mind. Use your vision. Use your dream. I dreamed my way out the hood, and then I saw it, and then I would get up every day, and I would grind hard. You can't win it if you can't see it. The vision. You got to see yourself winning in practice. You got to see yourself winning the game. I was here before I was here. I envisioned it. I saw it already. If you would just believe it before it happens, if you would just believe that your day coming, that the sacrifices you are making today, they gonna pay off. But if you do not believe, it ain't gonna happen.
You're about to give up on your marriage. You're about to give up on the business. You're about to give up on your dreams. And I know it hurts. And I know you don't want to take it anymore, but don't give up.
This fire you're feeling, this frustration you're feeling, this is what is going to make you into the weapon that you are going to become that will build the life that you are out to build.
When the strong have no more left, they fight, they fight, they fight. The weak, when they have no more left, they quit, they give up, they surrender, they retreat, and there's nothing weak about you.
We take all the negative, we take all the frustration, we take all the things that picked us off, and every single time we feel like quitting, every single time we feel like throwing in the towel, we list down the things that people have said to us, we list down the things that people have done to us, and we find the energy to go take productive action. How powerful could you be as a creator As someone who's in search of greatness, you are able to take the positive energy and you're able to use all the frustration, all the anger, all the pain, all the disrespect, all the doubt, and you're able to take all that energy at any given time and then flip it over into something that actually makes you better. How can you compete with someone like that? You can't. Those are the people that win, and that is why they win, and that's why you're gonna win.
They get a good night's sleep with rest and nutrition. I'm gonna wake up, they're gonna be hungover. I'm gonna wake up before they even know what hit them. Choices we make, guys, that leads to differential being remembered, forgotten.
Greatness never goes on sale. It never goes on discount.
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, and more importantly, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it.
Success is never on discount. Success is never on sale. A Bentley, you never see during Christmas. You never see the Bentley commercials. You never see Rolls Royce say, please come by us. Why? Because a Rolls Royce, when they make it one at a time. And they take their time and they handcraft it. It never goes on sale. The Bentley never goes on sale. And some of y'all in this room, you want your dream to go on sale. It's never gonna go on sale. But if you want to be average, they giving the average out. They got discounts on goods. But if you want to be great and phenomenal, you got to pay blood, you got to pay sweat, you got to pay tears, and you got to pay every single day. There are no shortcuts to greatness. To be great, you got to be all in. To be great, you got to get 120. To be great, you got to put forth effort every single time, every single down. To be great, there are no days off.
You want to be that one that every day, whether it's raining, snowing, sleeting, you come and you bring the energy that it takes to function at the highest level every day. That's the person you want to be every day of your life.
Champions aren't found on the podium with their hand up. No, champions are found in the lab studies, the thousands of hours of hard work when no one's watching. That's what makes the will unstoppable. When you're in here and no one else is, and you're pushing yourself harder than anybody with no one around, forced to suffer the discipline today, so you never suffer the form of regret tomorrow. That right there, guys, is a spark that catches flames.
Let's say you just started a business. You decide, hey, I'm going at 10 years. You understand at the end of 1 year, if 100 people started at the same time as you, 75 have already quit. After 3 years, 95 of them have quit. After 8, 9 years, 1 or 2 of you are left. Just lasting long term and sticking around long enough gives you a chance of winning. You'd be amazed at how many people eventually give in because it just gets tougher and tougher. So eventually the price tag gets too high for most people and they'll sell out their dream. But someone who really wants it bad, who's gonna win, none of that stuff gets them off their dream.
You might not win it today, but your efforts done today, even the failure felt today, are all measures that create the moment later. And if you failed on the way back and got there, and you got knocked down, found intentional forward to get back up, try that same endeavor, then you find yourself victorious in that endeavor, that's the sweetest victory of all. That builds a confidence that's unbreakable.
Most people work the hardest when they're trying to reach the top. Once they can get to that $100,000, once they get to that $1 million, they've worked as hard as they can work. The great ones work even harder after they get to the 100,000, harder after they get to the million, harder after they're famous, harder after they've got a big following, harder after they get that promotion. But most people work hardest to get them, and once they have them, they don't work as hard to keep them or to grow it. The great ones work even harder after they get what they want. You have to have the mindset that you are not going to think like everybody else.
It doesn't make a difference how smart you are. It doesn't make a difference where you were born. It doesn't make a difference what you have. If you are willing to outwork everybody else, you can be and have and do whatever you want to do.
You can achieve the absolute impossible. You don't need great parents. You don't need a private school. You don't need to have this humongous GPA and all this other What you need is straight up brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world.
For the next 2 years, all I'm going to do is get good grades. I didn't date, I didn't party, I didn't drink. I literally didn't leave my dorm room. I worked. I put my head down for 2 years and I just worked.
It is not enough to go out and execute. You have to start thinking on a different level. You have to set your standard on domination. Whatever job is that you're doing right now, your job should be to dominate every other you work with.
It will never go your way, guys, if you're saying today is good enough. If you never say good enough today, I promise you tomorrow will always be enough. Whenever good enough isn't enough, you can bet tomorrow you'll have enough.
Whether you like it or not, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, a lot of us are at war with ourselves. And within that war, you have several battles. No, I'm not talking about a war that you might find in the Coliseum. I'm talking about a war that's in your brain. That war exists because life has so many choices. Within those choices, you gotta make right decisions. But you know what? When the alarm goes off in the morning, you don't have to wake up. Don't wake up, don't worry about that. When you're in school, you don't want that, man. It's too hard to study, so don't study. You know what? Don't eat healthy, because you don't have to. So guess what? When you fail, don't blame your mom, don't blame your dad, don't blame teachers. One person you have to blame is yourself.
Because in this day and age, right now, if you aren't careful, you can slide down the path of least resistance, the path to weakness, to fragility, and the path to a lack of control as to what is happening in our lives, in your life.
What most of us are looking for is this special feeling of, oh, I feel great this morning. I'm gonna get out of bed and get a quick 5 miles in or go to the gym. If you're looking for that feeling, let me tell you one thing, it ain't gonna come. You have to learn to do when you don't want to do. Learn to bring that savage mentality out of yourself. The animalistic. You think a savage gives about how he feels or how she feels? They just do it. Learn to be your best self when you're least motivated. Stop looking for a feeling to control what goes on in your life. You have an obstacle to overcome, so overcome regardless of what's going on.
How do you win? You have to fight, you have to struggle, you have to scrap and claw, and you have to attack. You have to go.
You gotta be the master of your mind. You gotta exercise mind control.
Self-discipline separates the success from the failures. There's either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. You get a reward for discipline. What do you get for regret? Guilt. You're going to have to discipline yourself. It's pain when you lift weights. But what that pain does is it produces muscles. So either you're going to go through the pain of discipline and look a certain way and feel a certain way and have certain things, or the pain of regret. You stuck. You stuck on stupid. You keep doing the same stupid stuff, you're going to get the same stupid regrets. We're losing control. We out of control, y'all. And here's the crazy part. All you got to do is look in the mirror. All you got to do is deal with yourself, and then we're going to get to a whole other level. I need you to take control over every single area. And we're not going to do it in one day. We're not going to do it in 100 days. We're going to do it one day at a time. And you're going to get control. And when you get control over that one area, you're going to blow up in every area. And then someday going to be your day. Every day I want you to wake up and I want you to win the morning. I want you to win the minute. I want you to win the hour. I want you to win the day. I want us to win the week. I want us to win the month. The question now is, are you going to win? Are you going to discipline yourself? Are you going to maintain? Are you going to do what you gotta do to win? Are you going to do what you gotta do so when we come out of this, we come out victorious?
And what discipline does is discipline says, keep your eye on the prize. Discipline says that the prize is more important than the pain. Discipline is constantly doing the actions that are required to get the stuff that you say you want. Discipline is constantly doing the right actions, having the right behavior, having the right attitude. That's all it is. There's some choices you gotta make. And these choices don't have nothing to do with how you feel. These choices don't have nothing to do with what you wanna do or what you don't wanna do today.
Every decision you make, the decisions you make on Monday, the decisions you make on Tuesday, the decisions you make on Wednesday, whatever your dreams are, your decisions have to be in alignment with them. Discipline means that you dominate when you feel like it and you dominate when you don't feel like it.
It's hard. It's not easy. Every day you wake up, you're gonna have go wrong. Every day you wake up, you're gonna have bad things happen. How you need to look at this as a test, and there will be tests every day that you need to pass. And the more tests you pass, the easier it is to pass them. There's gonna be distractions. Your job is discipline yourself to a point where these distractions don't pull you off track or you're able to manage them. So if you can take all the days that you feel like shit, or all the days that you're distracted, or all the days you're pissed off, you don't feel like doing it, and you make those A+ productive days, how to lose? The answer is you can't.
The weight of the challenges and the trials of life can drive you into the ground. And that weight can wear you down and break you.
Life is gonna break you.
You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and none of those are fun. And all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory or it can be the mark of defeat.
I love the fact that it took me 20 years to get where I am. Because here's the thing, you could take every single thing away from me right now. You could take away my business, take away my house, take away my cars, every dollar I have. And guess what I have left? I have the last 20 years of skills. I have the last 20 years of experience. I have the last 20 years of understanding what it takes. And nobody could take that away from me.
My arm and my hand is paralyzed. My heart isn't. My mindset isn't. My spirit, my disposition, my attitude, my dedication, my commitment isn't. It didn't penetrate it. It didn't hit me in my soul because I controlled his narrative, man.
That can't break you. Only you can break you.
The key is you. Products don't win for you. Systems don't win for you. IQs don't win for you. College degrees don't win for you. You win. The difference is you.
If you would just stand up for yourself, if you would just stop letting people push you over, if you would stop being afraid of conflict, if you would just say, you know what, I deserve this too.
Everybody can't respond and everybody can't recover. The only thing you got as a man, your character, your integrity, and what you stand on. That's the only thing you got. When it's all said and done, the only thing you got as a man is what you stand on, what you say, what it means to you. It's about the sacrifice, the honor, the work, the commitment level, what you had to go through in order to get to this moment, being battle tested. I'm talking every single day. I'm talking every single rep. I'm talking every opportunity. If there's any fear in your spirit right now, it ain't for you. They're for warriors, man. They're for soldiers, man.
A warrior says, hey, I'm here again today. I'm here again tomorrow. I'm gonna be here the next day. I'm 50 years old, I'm after it. It's a person that puts no limit on what's possible.
Adversity is nothing but an opportunity to show what you're really made of. So now when I see adversity coming down the street, I open the door. Adversity ain't got to knock. I open the door. I welcome. Hey, come on in. I've been waiting for you. I got somebody for you. That warrior inside of me, he ready for you. Yeah, that soldier inside, he ready for you. Let's go. What we doing? Because I know once I defeat you, once I embrace you, then there's a next level that's gonna be unlocked. There's a higher version of myself that I'm going to meet, and that warrior inside of me is gonna get stronger.
You gotta see beyond the circumstance, see beyond the season, see beyond the hour. The other side is just inches away. The other side is closer than you think. The other side is within your grasp.
When running a 26-mile marathon, you're going to hit a wall, that 18-mile wall. Every runner, prior to getting there, everything in their bodies, their muscles, everything in them tell them to give up. They just want to surrender and get off the track. And many people do. Many just say, hey, it's not worth it, and go off. Many start, but few finish. And that few that finish, that just keep on there in spite of the pain, in spite of the agony. They just keep on. And once they break through that wall, they know when you get past 18 miles, you're not going to turn around. You're going to go the rest of the 26. Now it's just automatic. Is that a question of whether or not you will do it? It's done. And I'm saying to you, as you're working on your goals, I can tell you that you're going to have the 18-mile wall in your life.
You don't know what's ahead of you. And that 70% you giving right now, a trial or a tribulation might come. A storm might be coming, and it's going to break you if you at 60.
When you talk about toughness is like the movie Troy. Achilles, he was a warrior, he was a dog. And he wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the most imposing figure. They're like, why ain't nobody beat you yet? Like, why don't you retreat? He said, that's your problem. You base your greatness upon what you up against. He said, so if you up against somebody you think you're gonna dominate, you the man. He said, but when opposition, adversity, or challenge present, we don't know what we getting. We talking consistency. He said, but I want what all other men want. But when opposition hits, when adversity hits, when the challenge hits, when the blood, when the cuts, when the scars, when the bruises come, I just wanted a little bit more than they wanted. Toughness.
When the going get tough, the toughs get going. Tough times never last, but tough people do. And you are tough. You're made of some special stuff. When you refuse to turn around because of obstacles, when it gets rough, when you say whatever price I must pay, I will do that. It's done. When the course is set, everything is in alignment. You have done what you're supposed to do. You've flipped through the hoops. You've gone through the obstacles. You've done the preparation. Once you get rolling on the track, once you get started, it's done. Why? Because you're building up momentum. It's done. It's done. It's done in you before it happens out here.
Right now, we have the most valuable asset on earth on our side. Time. But it's running out. And right now, you guys are sitting there. And to make that first step towards greatness is the hardest step. But there is one thing harder than that, my friends. It's later in life. As you look back on your life, the windows of opportunity has closed. Your ability is no longer present. And you think back that you could have been great. Right now, you had the ability to never have that debate inside your head. 'Cause that's the debate you can never win. Now, all that's left is you in a self-arrest, self-corral state, thinking, wow, I could have done something with my life. Now I'm stuck with this whole life I'm in. And you're in here hurting, man. And you're wondering, how do you go on? Better question is, how can you not go on?
You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. It's in your mind right now. But you don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like getting up. You don't feel like doing the work. You don't feel like working hard. And if you don't feel like working hard, if you don't feel like getting up, then you better feel like losing. You better feel like getting weaker, because that's what's going to happen if you don't do what you're supposed to do.
And people say, like, what do you tell yourself? I'm not telling myself anything. I'm not allowed to talk.
I'm not trying to convince myself. I'm not trying to negotiate with myself. I'm not debating what I should do. I am executing the plan. You shouldn't have to figure out how to explain to yourself what you need to do. You should just go make things happen. You should just go execute.
Be the guy who executes on your goals every day. Don't be like everyone you know who's going to tell you a bunch of this year and be the same 12 months from now that they are today. Be what it is you claim to be about. Be what it is you truly want to be. If you truly want to be successful, if you truly want to change your life, be about it today. And then when today's over, be about it tomorrow. And when you do that, winning becomes not something that you aspire to do. Winning becomes who you are.
Most people act slow, think slow, don't write down, they don't move quick. If I have an imagination, if I have a vision, but I don't execute, no one will know my name.
Time is running out on you, and you're too slow, you're too casual, you think too much. The separator is going to be who takes massive action quickly. What I've learned about the greats is that they understand it's a sense of urgency that once the clock goes out, it's a W or an L. You either win or you lose. And so you got to pick up the pace. You walking too slow, pick up the pace. You moving too slow, pick up the pace. You don't have a lot of time. You only got 24 hours. So all of your energy needs to go into your goals. Become decisive, become driven, become ambitious, be competitive, go get it.
Driven people destroy everything that gets in their way. Let me explain what driven means. How you wake up when the sun don't shine. How you wake up when you just lost your best customer. Don't care. I ain't going down. I'm staying high. At the end of the losers quitting, that's where you'll find the winners. You want to know where the winners are? The millionaires? They're just playing where the quitters left.
The reason I'm successful is because I execute whether I have the fire or whether I don't have the fire. You have the choice to be whatever you want to be. You can choose to have discipline. You can choose to invest in personal development. You can choose how to spend your nights and weekends. You can choose who you surround yourself with. You can choose to go the extra mile for others. You can choose to persevere. You can choose to take pride in every detail. You can choose to be enthusiastic. You can choose to take initiative and do what needs to be done. You can choose to accept responsibility for yourself, your situation, and every situation around you. You can choose to be a lifetime student of success. You can choose to execute day in and day out. You can choose to not cut corners. You can choose to do work. And you can choose success. Your actions make that choice for you every single day. So what's it gonna be?
What do you do when you've lost your spirit, you've lost your job, you lost everything, life been devastated, and you losing every day?
Life whipping your butt every day. Life is like a grindstone. It can polish you or it can pulverize you, depending on how you position yourself. Out of 365 days, there are going to be days you don't feel like getting up. There are going to be days you don't want to work out. There's going to be days that you don't want to practice. There might be days you don't even feel like getting in the game.
This is where most of you break. At test day, when you just lost your best customer. When you're fighting with your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. When you just got betrayed by a good friend. When you feel like the sun don't come up and you just want to shelter down. That day, you give twice as much. If I go to bed at 4 a.m. because I stayed up all night, let's say my kids are sick, and I say I'm going to go to the gym at 5, I go to the gym at 5. You know why? I'm not going to break on a test day.
Don't fail the test. Don't give in. Don't quit. You grab your enemy by the throat and you keep fighting. And you keep fighting and you keep fighting and you keep fighting no matter what.
Test days are not something to be dreaded. Test days are only to be dreaded by people who can't pass the test. And all of you have the ability to pass the test.
It is on those days that determine how your life builds.
You wake up today, you got a headache? Suck it up. You wake up this morning, don't feel like going to the gym? Most people don't. Go anyways. You wake up this morning, don't feel like talking to somebody? You need to talk to somebody as fast as possible. Test days are what make you a savage.
You gotta discipline yourself, and you gotta learn that when you don't feel like it, you must still do it or actually go harder when you don't feel like it.
Those that can kill test days and stay about it all day long are those that annihilate the rest. I want you to make a commitment today that from this point forward, you're gonna become the most savage that ever lived. You're gonna be smarter, you're not gonna stop, and you're gonna give it all you got.
We live as prisoners in our minds. We're in a mental recession. It's time for us to realize a lot of people are getting weaker right now. It's time for us to get strong. When everything falls apart in your life and your plan is up, what you're gonna do is only one option. Stay hard.
You can't never feel bad when you put forth 120%. You can't let the outcomes make you feel whack. I'm not whack, I'm a warrior. You know how much I went through to make that thing happen? You know how many trials and tribulations, you know how many obstacles I had to get through to make that work? I got through all of them. Oh, I feel depressed. I'm going through it. Stay focused. Stay focused on the goal. You are so focused on what you can't control that you're not putting your energy, your spirit, your ethos, your trust on what you can control. What you can control is putting your gym shoes on and going for a run. What you can control is what time you go to bed. What you can control is what time you wake up. What you can control is what you watch on TV. What you can control is how you use your schedule. What you can control, you can control. This ain't time to be whining. This ain't time to be crying. This is time to get focused. You think the lion look the way it does because of what it eats? You think that physique is that because of what it eats? It's not. It's the hunt that make it look like that. It's the hunt. Because every time it get up and it go out, it's got to run. Every time it go out, it's got to jump on my man and boom, bring my man to the ground. But I promise you, whatever they catch, it ain't just letting them eat it. It's a fight going on. And every time it fight, it gets stronger. Every time it fight, it get more ferocious. Every time it fight, it becomes more of what it is.
Your mind has to be stronger than your feelings. On those bad days, when you think that you're alone, you just might be. Because you know why? No one else wants to do it. So you be that always gets it done.
Every step you take, you get that much stronger. The greatest of all time, if you were to peel back who they are on the outside and look deep within their soul, you're going to find a savage warrior. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. These dudes weren't on the court at 4 a.m. in the morning doing chest passes and free throws because they wanted to win over the hearts and minds of the fans. No, they wanted to go out and slit throats every single day of their lives in their careers. And when people tell you you can't, people tell you you won't, people tell you your dreams are too big, you're never going to accomplish them, when are you going to grow up and get realistic? When your girlfriends leave you, your boyfriends abandon you, when all that happens, we got to know what to do with this energy, otherwise it's up. It paralyzes us. It makes us ineffective. So we take all the negative, we take all the frustration, we take all the things And we don't lash back out, we take it and we put it up on our shoulder as a big giant chip. And every single time that we feel like not doing what we should do, every single time we feel like quitting, every single time we feel like throwing in the towel, we go up here and we list down the things that people have said to us. We list down the things that people have done to us, and we find the energy to go take productive action.
You can't quit now. I don't care if you don't have the money, and you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the friends for it. You cannot quit. You might have to make adjustments. You might have to find another way. You might have to learn new things. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much, but you cannot quit.
If I was gonna quit, I would have quit a long time ago. I've come too far for that now. I will not be defeated. And I've made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through, no matter the price.
You could get through this, cause you bigger than this, you badder than this, you tougher than this. And when you get to the other side, you gonna be better, you gonna be bigger, you gonna be bolder.
A person's character is not judged when they ride the wave of success, when everyone chants their name and you want to be their friend. No, your character is put to the test when your back is against the wall.
Somebody told you it was over. Somebody sent you home. Somebody told you you'll never be a doctor. They sent you home, you failed. Never give up. You don't give up on me. You don't quit on me. You man up, you woman up, you get your life back. When you come up against that thing, I'll do that thing. And you can't do it when you get there. You gotta already make up your mind before you get to cancer. You gotta already make up your mind before you get to that exam and pass that exam. You gotta make up in your mind when you're talking to your husband, when you're talking to your wife, when you're talking to that sickness. You gotta look at it before you even get to it, so don't you ever give up.
Failure has made me who I am today. Failure gives you two choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up and I am fired up because I have figured it out.
You're gonna make it. In fact, you're gonna be better.
When life knocks your butt down, I need you to get back up and I need you to go heavy. When uncertainty creeps in, I need you to get up and get right back on the thing that knocked you off and I need you to go heavy on it. When something doesn't turn out the way you wanted to turn out, I need you to attack the very thing that didn't turn out the way that you wanted to turn out, and I need you to go heavy on it.
You don't judge a person by where they stand in times of comfort and convenience. You judge them by where they stand in times of challenge and controversy. And when you work for something, it gives you a different type of attachment to it. The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. That's why cats can give up so easy. They ain't got nothing invested.
When people die or people get sick or something happens in your life, if all you're doing it for is a car and a house, that can stop you. But if you're doing it for your mom, for your siblings, for your family, for your community, nothing can stop you. You cannot be broken. When you have an intrinsic goal, when you're doing it because you value it, when you're doing it because you can, when you're doing it because it represents who you are, when it's internal, no mountain, no trial, no tribulation, nothing can stop you.
And no matter what you walk through, no matter how broken your life is right now, no matter how many times you failed, there's a power within you that's stronger than whatever's going on around you. So I'm not retreating, I'm not running, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna win.
I got here not because I'm the strongest, not because I'm the fastest, not because I'm the best, but I kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And I just made up in my mind, I'm gonna get through this. You are not gonna stop me. I got too far. I've come too far to give up now.
Regardless of what happens to you in life, regardless of the adversity, regardless of the opposition, regardless of the trials and tribulations, nothing can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you.
You want affirmation? Look yourself in the mirror and say, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I know I can. Do whatever it takes. You your biggest driver.
I don't have that natural beauty or that natural talent or this gift for creativity or intellect or humor. I don't have any of those things. But what I got is I will outwork you. When it's 45 on the treadmill, I do 46. When it's supposed to be 20 phone calls, I make 21. When it's supposed to be an 8-hour workday, I work 9. Whatever it is, I always do one more. And what that does is it makes me eventually think I'm doing things other people aren't willing to do, so I should get things other people aren't going to get.
You've got to understand, it's not about what you were born with. It's not about what you were given, where you started, or even where you're going. It is entirely about what you plant at the center of your soul. How hard you're willing to go after something, how much focus you're willing to put in your life, and how often you come back to that level of intensity
for who you want to be.
You have to make a decision that nobody in your position will outwork you.
Some people run faster, swim better, but mentality is mentality. You're not gonna outwork me, so I'm gonna catch up somewhere.
If you are not that talented, you can beat them with time. You can get to the spot before they get to the spot. I do things to separate myself from everybody else. The passion that I have, the grind that I have when I do what I do. I got a different motor. I got a different grind.
I'm always gonna give it my 110%. That's the only thing I can ever say a solid day's work. If you guys do not do that, I promise you, your life will haunt you for the rest of your days.
From today on, you play whatever your best game is, you play that level every single time. It doesn't mean you're going to score every time, but you can always give 120% effort. You can't dictate what kind of game you're going to have. You can't dictate how your body is going to respond to moving around, but you can dictate your effort. Your dream comes when you push. Ain't nobody gonna give you no cookies and ice cream. Push. It's alive. It's inside. How do you know you feel it? You dream about it. You eat and sleep it every day. So push. Just push past the pain. Push. Don't quit. Push. And you push your way to success. You have a chance to control your destiny. All of us are created equal. Some of us just work harder. Some of us just grind. Some of us don't make excuses. Some of us don't give up and give in. What we do with the pressure is we say, I gotta take it, and I gotta take it to another level. You get a breakthrough when you fight. That's the hardest part, because the breakthrough, that last 10%, is all mental toughness.
It's time to unwrap the potential you can be. It's within you. And the people that have risen to that level were no different than any one of us.